In your second mandatory video, prior to coming to a mandatory registration lab session, you're going to learn about registering for your classes. You'll be using all of your tools in your MyEVCC found on the main website. The tools that we're going to go over are your registration access date, registration block checker, the class schedule, and the online registration tool. This is what your MyEVCC student portal looks like. There's a list on the right of a lot of different student kiosk tools, registration tools, and then there's another tool, your registration block checker, at the bottom of the list on the other side. Your registration appointment tool will tell you quarterly the day and the time that's the earliest that you can go online and register for classes. This is a very important tool for Running Start students because you always want to be registering as early as possible so that you can get the classes that you need for your high school graduation requirements. The registration block checker is extremely important for Running Start students. Running Start students are blocked more than any other student on campus because quarterly you're required to turn in your verification form. After you've turned in all your paperwork, you want to make sure that your registration blocks have been removed. Students can get blocked on our campus for other things as well, like parking tickets or library fines. You also will receive a block on your account if you haven't finished your other mandatory advising requirement, which must be completed prior to your third quarter of registration. The class schedule will be the first tool that you use. After you've figured out which classes you want to take, you'll go on the class schedule and look by subject area for those classes. Here's an example with English 101, a common course for Running Start students. The item number is the 4-digit number that you will use in the online registration system to register for the class. You're looking for the course number and then paying very, very close attention to the sections. If a section says OL, that indicates it's an online course, and you can see there are no days and times listed. For other sections, it's important to pay attention to the lettering. A regular letter, A, E, G, H, all are classes that are held here on campus. Classes that say MO or MH are held on our Monroe campus. So as you can see, it's very critical that you pay attention to the section so that you don't end up in a course that doesn't work location-wise, or a course that has another requirement attached to it, like our linked courses. The LC courses are two courses that are linked together, and if you were to register for that English class, you would have another class appear on your schedule that you may or may not want to take. The next piece of information that you pay attention to on the class schedule is the days and the times of the course, so that you can map out a quarterly schedule that works with any other high school classes you're taking or the courses that you're taking here at Everett Community College. Prerequisites are very important to pay attention to. Many of our courses have prerequisites which include placement into certain courses or different classes that you have to have successfully completed prior to taking a course. This example with our cellular biology shows you that you have to have placement into college level English, and you have to have completed Chemistry 121 or the combination of Chem 161 and 162, all with a grade of C or higher prior to taking the course. If you're in the online registration system and you register for a course and you have a screen pop up that says unmet prerequisite, you can go back to the class schedule to see what you're missing. Once you've mapped out all of the classes that you'll be taking, you'll go back to your MyEVCC student portal and click on Register Online. This is where you'll place the item number and choose to add or drop courses until you have your final schedule set. Please remember, it's important for Running Start students to make sure that they pay their student fees so that they do not get dropped from classes. This is what the registration screen looks like, and the white blank boxes is where you'll place the item numbers. And then below, you'll hit Submit to add or drop courses. Make sure that you do not select the Audit button. If you select Audit, it means that you do not want a grade in the course, and the letter N will appear on your transcript, not giving you credit for the course that you've taken. Before I talk about mandatory advising, I want to let you know that there are a lot of classes on our campus that do fill up. There are common courses that a lot of Running Start students need for high school graduation that fill, like U.S. History or American Government. If you choose to, you can add to a waitlist, and on your MyEVCC, there's a waitlist inquiry tool where you can monitor your waitlist. It's important to remember to monitor your waitlist and clean up your class schedule within the first week of courses. When you're on a waitlist and you haven't gotten into the class before the quarter starts, you will show up on the first day and ask the instructor for permission into the course. You'll take an ad slip with you, and that slip will be turned into enrollment services. For your mandatory advising that I mentioned earlier, again, you have to meet with a faculty program advisor to create a quarter-by-quarter educational plan prior to registering for your third quarter at Everett Community College. The faculty program advisors' names and contact information can be found on the curriculum guides that you use to monitor your progress towards a degree. Some Running Start students I know are not planning on getting a degree at Everett Community College. You still are required to meet with a faculty program advisor. So take this opportunity as a time for you as your first time in college to talk with a faculty advisor. You can ask them questions about their discipline, talk to them about transfer options, make use of the time that you have with them, and make sure that you're paying attention to the classes that you take and how they will count either towards a degree here at Everett or when you move on to a university. If you have any questions, you'll be able to ask those at your mandatory registration lab session. Also, the Advising Center is here to support you through your first quarter here at the college. Feel free to come back and see us if you have general questions about the process of getting started at the college. You can call or email us or swing by anytime. When you come to the registration lab, this is the work that you'll be doing. You'll make sure you have a registration date, you will check your blocks, and then an advisor will have a conversation with you and review your course placement and your class plan. Make sure if you've completed classes through college in the high school or tech prep that you bring your transcripts so that we can be thinking about those courses and how they count towards your degree so that you do not repeat any courses. Thanks for watching our videos, and we look forward to seeing you at the registration labs.